Oh, what's going on, everyone? Don't space some Sherlock Holmes, Tom's Impeachment. Part 2. Darkness Part 1 is up on my YouTube channel at Sam the Man of Photo 1V. And happy Saturday, happy August 1st, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day. I know I'm showing my swappo everything. Uh, so what I have to do now? Shaft the message, yep. Explore the south railroad pits that begin the railroad switch. Okay, so the bits I have to investigate the switch on the railroad.
A fake train. Ha! What a clever and devilish trick.
You have to go with it and investigate so that's how far I can go. Nope, you can't even go up that way.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
A fake train? Ha! What a clever and devilish trick.
Come on, can you move?
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
So I might need to get.
The entire train has disappeared.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Don't touch anything, please.
A telegraph.
A fake train. Ha! What a clever and devilish trick.
This place was abandoned fairly recently. An abandoned gypsy caravan.
Here we go.
An advertisement for lake cruises. This part is probably from a locomotive.
So confused.
French wine, a remarkable vintage. French wine, a remarkable vintage. This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The switch is rusted, but it still works. Mines. This is interesting.
There we go.
It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
To the mines.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned. I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Nothing interesting here. 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 A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled. Someone removed a few feet. This box must be the safe. Let's open it. The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who fled our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him. Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Stolen stuff.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
There we go.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros. Where did you arrive yesterday? They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days. What should we do next, Holmes?
The entire train has disappeared.
Someone. Yes.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Dynamite.
There we go. Okay. There we go.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
Okay.
Holmes, I don't understand. What should we do next, Holmes?
Ah, will I ever...
Watson, would you like some tea?
No.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
I had thought...
Was Robinson. Okay.
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
I will not move from here until I...
Don't touch anything, please.
So, where do I go to?
A telegraph.
Ah, will I It's a scandal. An absolute...
I will not move.
Don't touch...
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
Here's for horses.
This place was abandoned fairly recently. This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it.
Oh.
This is the cabin for the mine's security personnel.
temples that can fizzle and the box can tell both one two pieces so to be in cool mind. I must go test out the music ancestry pups. However, the tennis bases deep abandoned impediments nothing Massachusetts the tennis beautiful much. Oh, I'm on my way here. Here we
This
go.
post bag belongs to the station master. The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
I will not move from here and...
Don't touch anything, please.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Now let's see what I have to do. So explode that side will paste that base to the two at this station. What to pretend definitely is okay.
The entire train is...
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
What should we do next, Holmes? This bin is full of empty bottles.
railroad pizza. So, ooh.
The entire train has disappeared.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Fun, everyone.
Traces. Let's take a closer look. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle. This road should lead to the town of Evesham. There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
What should we do next, Holmes?
This road should lead to the town of Evesham. It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
I'm gonna do this. No.
This road should lead to the town of Evesham. This road should lead...
Let's go back to this. So wait here.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
stem as will bits willing to at the station with her pretend.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
The entire train has disappeared.
French wine, a remarkable vintage.
Okay. Okay. What to do, everyone?
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Uh, um.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code. Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
This road should lead to the town of Evesham. fishing advertisement.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
Come on, move.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is...
Oh yeah, I remember. No, I think certain way. Yeah. Oh, let me do this, everyone see, cause I know I'm not, I know I got everything. Don't mind the tummy to do. To wait here to talk to the stand. Muscle.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station located between Chesterfield and Evesham. Examine Doncaster railway station. Wait, between the Chesterfield and Evesham. That's where I am. That's what I'm doing. So I haven't found everything yet. That's what that means. I got more investigating to do around here. Find that mysterious man. Oh, wait. Here's a new room. Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master. I'll take it. Letter to his wife, why not? I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without me since that's your wish. I still care about you and hope that you will forgive me one day, despite all the harm I've caused you in recent years. Yours, Edward. Hey, what are you saying? A letter to the lawyer. The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble. In reply to your last warning letter, I wish to assure you I shall soon honor all the latest installments I need to pay according to my debt. So this guy's about to get himself some money. Let's go talk to him again. Huh? Let's ask him about this. Watson, kindly get out of my way. Sir?
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Oh, I did. I did. Okay, do I have anything else to... Let's go to...
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Ah,
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
I will not move from here until...
Don't touch anything, please. Don't.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
All these trains and railway stations, Chileans, Mexicans, and Robinson with his prototype. Holmes, I'm utterly lost.
There we go. I don't know how to keep coming to.
All these trains and...
go back to the ones. There we go. Alright. Does all of them have to knock in somewhere?
Ah, will I...
All these trains and railway stations, Chileans, Mexicans, and Robinson...
can always go back and do that if I didn't want everyone, so...
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
Well, afterwards, I died to found that finished sentence. Time to move on.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated.
Oh, excuse me, everyone.
The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to... A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the Chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Let's go here.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He will be able to give you more details. Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
What should we do next, Holmes?
The steam room. The changing room. These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
I'll have to go to Baker Street to take it.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Mr. Holmes?
The grid cannot be removed. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. I cannot leave until I have seen the body. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Well, the death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Oh, talk to Phillips.
Mr. Holmes?
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the Frigidarium.
The coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these tongs. A glass plate negative is missing. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop. Archaeological findings, old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it? Archaeological findings, old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. I should analyze this melted metal. Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans. Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any... Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
What should we do next, Holmes?
That is not the one I... That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I... That is not the one. That is not the one I... That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I... That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not... That is not That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night?
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room?
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, This morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None, Lestrade. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card. When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
An ordinary pencil. A hand-drawn map. An old and rather dirty coin. This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces. And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well... Mr. Holmes?
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs.
The bruising is in lines.
The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive, too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room, and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Oh, everyone, I'll be over here.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
What occurs?
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins,
My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament, suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, But then, you know, this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but, oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I. I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot, I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that, or he is a good actor.
Oh, everyone, that'll be
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
it over here. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video, everyone. Talk to you guys later, everyone. Bye.